So e-provisioning is the process of allocating all the resources that a user needs. And that really is identity management. Someone gets hired in an organization. What resources do they need to successfully do their job? The business problem today is that everything is an island of isolated data. We have many different systems out there, databases, directories, email systems, HR, and they don't really communicate with each other. So each of those counts are maintained in their separate silos, and really what happens there is the data becomes inconsistent. I can have mixed data. For example, I could be in the HR system and maybe I have my phone number there. Well, maybe in the mail system or the directory I might have 2 or 3 phone numbers. So why is my data inconsistent? And so what we want to do here is we want to come in and build an identity vault. Okay, so an identity vault is really the hub that e-provisions and allocate the resources that a user needs. The identity vault is basically eDirectory. We want to call it an identity vault, or as they call it in the technical world, a meta directory. So this is what's nice about it is you can build this eDirectory specifically for this application. So the goal here is obviously, if we have this hub and spoke model, is with the identity management eDirectory is we're an event system. We want to be able to detect an event from the HR system, and once we detect the event coming in, we want to propagate those events out to the other connected systems. Right, so what we have here is a view in our administration tool called iManager. And this is a view of the identity management system. You can see here we have our identity vault, and then you can see here how we have our connected systems. And what I wanted to show you is, let's go in here and look at Active Directory as an example. Let's click on that. And I wanted to show you the administration interface of how this is actually viewed, and not just from a slide point of view. So let's go in here, and this will show us the view here. So you can see here we have our identity vault, and we have our connected system, which is Active Directory. You'll notice as I come down and highlight this is the subscriber channel. So that's the events coming out of the identity vault. And then we have our publisher channel, which is events coming out of the connected system, which is Active Directory in this example. But what we're going to talk about in the next few slides here is notice what's in these channels. There are different stopping points and decisions that we need to make on that XML that's being sent over. And that's what we're going to discuss next. Because when an event happens in Active Directory, we submit it to this first point, which is the input, and we start moving that XML down the channel, and that will be evaluated with different rules and different policies. Same thing, if we have an identity vault and it starts moving down, it's going to have to move through some things, and that XML is being looked at before it gets into the connected system.